Hi YouTube, how you doing? Miss me? I missed you. I was thinking about the importance of saying grace and how I do that, just being thankful for my food. And well, this is kind of a two-part deal. Like even drunks or I imagine like drug addicts or whatever, um, because I've been drunk, you know. Um, but even people that shoot needles in their arms and I couldn't imagine ever doing that, but I mean, it's a horrible thing. But I'm thinking, these people just like what if I've been drunk and I think, oh, God help me. I think some of them are probably closer to God than people would imagine. Terribly sick and hurt people. So I do pray a lot for people, but oh, what I was thinking about, okay, like I say, it's a two-part thing kind of. Um just like I have a plate of food and I'm walking to sit down and I say, like, bless my food or thank you for my food to myself or whatever. It doesn't have to be a great big production, but I do believe that I digest my food better when I'm thankful for it. And also, with the sacrificing and the way they can kill the animal, the most violent way to get that bad energy in there is how they think. Of course, it's going to stress the animal, and the meat gets tougher. And that part, the stress of that is passed on through the human being. So, um, and it goes even deeper if you could imagine. So, just saying, like, thanks to yourself, to God, and you know, is a good thing because you actually do digest your food better if you do. And it's a fact. Even if I have a drink, like I can't wait for Christmas time, I'm going to get some brandy and really good brandy, not skanky stuff, but just a little bit of some really good stuff and some eggnog and brandy and eggnog. Oh my God. I could just live on it. It's so good. But what I do is I'll have one or two, but usually one while I'm making supper or like right before supper, like an appetizer, because I could get carried away on that stuff. Yeah, and I'm not a big brandy drinker, even though dirty old man used to buy me apricot brandy way back when. Um, yeah, I actually what would the words be? Threatened my abuser with a lack of existence to get things that I wanted until I got sick of that. I was 15. What do you do? You know, I want him dead, but he had cancer, so whatever. But I get cigarettes and brandy and whatever I wanted. And then I just got sick of that. About oh, 2 weeks of pushing somebody around in my life was enough for me. I figured I'd put it in God's hands, and evidently He gave the guy cancer because he deserved it. So, or not, whatever. Maybe He just wanted to get him out of the world so I didn't have to look at the shit anymore. That's probably it. So, anyway, the importance of saying grace is um, being thankful. Not like we have to grovel. It's not like that. It's just like saying, hey, thanks, Mom, when she hands her a person. It's as simple as that, you know, because I am thankful. In fact, a lot of times eating disgusts me. I think it is a disgusting thing that we have to do, you know. I don't know. What do you think? You know? I mean, I try to get as much enjoyment out of it that I can without feeling like a glutton. But I go to extremes like that. It's like I'll just about starve myself and then I'm ravenous, so I have to watch it, you know. So, anyway, Enough about me. How are you? What are you doing? That Anglia that we built, we ended up trading it for the hot rod we've got now because it needed a lot of work when we first got it, and we put a lot of money into um, the running gear and everything, the frame, and it was an X-gasser, and the front flipped forward. It was a fiberglass front, and we extended Doug did, extended the wheel wells. And I did some tin work on the inside on the floors, and I ground it down and got it ready for paint for the primer. And that's when you seen it in that picture there. And was it that day we won an award for like best project or something at a car show, which was fun, you know. So yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun times in that car. Literally 1 year we put on 80,000 miles in 1 year in that little Anglia, little 104-inch wheelbase, short car, tiny. Looks like a 36 Ford, like the big one. But and then the Beatles had a four-door, the Prefect, that is the boot in the front is all the same except for the doors. Um, Bonnet, yeah. Uh, but it was a four-door instead of the two-door, and we sat like way back in there. It was just like stealth with tinted windows and stuff. You couldn't even see us in there. So yeah, and it was fast. On my wedding day, the first time I ever met my birth mother, I gave her a ride she'll never forget in that car. It had a 350 60 over 350. So it was bored and stroked. And yeah, so Saul converter, racing cam. Yeah, it was badass. Scared the living daylights out of her because she deserved it, you know? So if she actually was a super nice, genuine person, I would never want to scare anybody, but I was delighted. And she literally is into Satanism and witchcraft, her and my older sister. So, yeah, she took my oldest sister out on the street with her to feed drug habits. Yeah, that's a heck of a mom, you know? But anyway, that's a whole nother story. That's why I'm pretty much alone in life because I can't tolerate it. Just, sure, they don't do that anymore, but the mindset is still a little lacking. Not a little, a lot, you know. The pretense of being a lady when they're not bothers me more than anything. And um, it's let alone other women lacking in that area, but my own blood was intolerable to me. Lucky for me, I did meet my grandmother first, and when I was 34, and or 36, somewhere around in there, and she came from Texas to Minnesota. She was born and raised in Minnesota too. So was my mom, and then they moved to California and then to Texas. So or my mom moved to California. My grandmother moved to Texas and Austin area. And let me think, what was I thinking about that? Yeah, my grandmother, Eleonora Smallbrook, was such a beautiful woman. Just wonderful. Just the cutest little lady, you know. So she had colon cancer when I met her. And after she met me, she went into remission and was around for another almost 10 years. So fell in the backyard though and broke her hip. She had like roses down in the desert. She grew roses in Austin. Unbelievable, just a remarkable gardener. And she had a little greenhouse down there. Um, yeah, my mom ended up with the house, but anyway, that was her only daughter. So, and my mom had five children, and then my father that raped my mother when she was a teenager to make me has two sons and three daughters. So there's five of my blood on both sides of my family. So I have lots of siblings. So, yeah. So pretty much that grace thing was on my mind. I didn't read the whole thing, but I saw a friend passed around Og Tellez was talking about the slaughter, had passed around a post about the slaughter and the energy, the bad energy that comes out of these animals that are um, slaughtered. And even lettuce has energy, you know. So, anything to be thankful that we're putting in our body, isn't a bad thing. And I think I'm pretty strong and in really good shape, even for going through hell. And I believe every word I'm telling you, or I wouldn't be telling. I feel like it's important for your health. That's why I'm on here telling you that. So yeah, I am a physical fitness freak, and I do smoke, but I'm really active and I do detox daily. So, and it does help with pain too, which I had extreme amounts of pain last night. So, yeah, it's damp weather, and they did a study in Sweden, and I can't remember which town. No, I can't remember which town, but or city rather, they did a study and they said that if you have arthritis, that the damp weather doesn't affect it. It's like, excuse me, I have osteoarthritis, not severely, but, um, you know, enough to notice a difference, and it is noticeable. You can even see animals limping more when the weather is damp and cold. So, and I know people in the UK, you can vouch for that. That's what our weather's like right now, is the limited sun with the dampness, the in between um season. So intermediate, or there's another word for it too, but the changing of seasons. So we might get what maybe we already had, but we used to get sometimes like Indian summers in the Midwest here, or the northern part of the states, where um, all the leaves would drop, but then all of a sudden it'd be 70, 80, even more degrees, and like 50ish at night. So we do have a chance of that happening, but not a great one, not the way it's been. And our falls and our winters, like the falls aren't as extended as they used to be. It comes quicker, and the same with spring and summer. It like goes from, and it's hard. I've noticed on the plants are stressed. Certain things thrive better, but I can notice like with the grasses and the trees, all of a sudden it'll be like springtime, and don't really get the April showers, bring May flowers type of thing anymore. It's just more like April heats it up, and we get a little bit of rain, and we're lucky if any of the flowers bloom in May. And then it goes to scorching hot. But I don't know. Too, then it's weird because then we have in the middle of the summer some really, really cold days that we usually don't see, which has been a little more odd too. But I don't know if things are actually changing. I'll know more this year because I've been keeping more a track on it the last 5 years. So um, I'll know a lot more that come this winter, how quickly it comes and what it looks like, what it feels like, what the skies look like, how the sun is acting, because I can tell by the hills around me. how many degrees if the sun or the moon is off. The moon, I have no idea what that thing is doing anymore. It's crazy. It doesn't seem to have a schedule anymore. And the sun, from what I can tell, like my driveway and the hills, um, not a whole lot has changed. Um, I think everything's the same, and they're just directing the skies to appear something that they're not to scare people. And I don't buy any of it. It's interesting to see what they're doing to the skies, but nothing's changed. And there's a verse out of the Bible too. There's nothing new under the sun, and I believe that. I really do. Everything that is and will be and was is all the same. So, and another belief I have, as this earth isn't as old as they are saying. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, they lie about everything, so why not? You know. Who says? They said? Who's they? Do I believe them? Would I trust them if I met them? Probably not. I trust very few people. You know, I really do. I'm a leery person. I have every reason to be. You know, so I say, who are they and what do they know? And just because they said like 1 + 1 is 2, does that mean that that math is accurate? Probably not. You know, probably starts with the 0. You know, maybe it's 667. You know, like Satan wouldn't lie, or like he knows everything anyway. Nope, he doesn't. So I am going to have some. It's canned, what I'm not supposed to have, but I've taken my medicine ahead of time, so hopefully it'll digest good. But I'm going to have crackers with canned mackerel in hot sauce. It's like them Louisiana sardines in hot sauce. I love those too. Or kipper snacks, any of that type of thing with crackers and stuff. So that's what I'm having for supper later. Wish me luck. You know, I miss having fish. Yeah. Not all the time, but if you can't have it, it's like a tuna fish sandwich or, um, oh, we used to have, and I wish we had fish and chips. We had a Arthur Treacher's fish and chips by us in the cities. And then they had another one, Long John Silver's, and it's pretty good. One had the best fish, the other one had the best chips. So I missed that with the malted vinegar on there. Oh, that stuff is so good. I even make it at home too. I'll make it and then get the malt vinegar, and it's like, dang, I miss it. So every once in a while, I just have to have some, you know. It might be my last meal. If it is, you'll know what happened. I'm sure Doug will keep you abreast if anything happens. He probably. Oh, I was gonna try and link that one video he put up with the art on heads and on his hot rod, our rod, and um, I was going to send that to his. He's got a YouTube channel too with no video on it, but I don't know how to link stuff. Maybe I can figure it out if I just type his name in there and it goes there, or if I have to have it on my files in the phone and upload it to that. I'm unsure how all that goes, if anybody knows, because you know, then if he wants to talk hot rods with people, he can do that. I'm not really big on that. I used to be, but I'm just not anymore. And I used to be really active in body shops and body work and all no more. But every once in a while. Yeah, but not lately, not for a long time. Don't really care. So one car is just like another one to me anymore. So yeah. But anyway, well, I will let you go. Thank you for joining me. I'll say peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, and have a wonderful night, day, afternoon, wherever you're at. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon. Later.